gentlemen, before we begin, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the recent tragic terror attack in Dahanga. We mourn the loss of innocent lives and stand in solidarity to the families affected by this heartbreaking event. Along with that, I would like to take the opportunity to mourn for our martyrs who have sacrificed their lives for the greater cause of Tibet. May I request everyone to please rise and observe a minute of silence in memory of the victims. Please stand up. Once again, good evening, Isha and everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the most anticipated event of Tibetan Private ITI, the Trade Skill Presentation. I'm Tintin Chowki and I'll be your host for today's event. Before we begin this event, I would like to mention that we are honored to have among us some very special guests whose presence adds great value to this event. Please join me in welcoming our special guest, our chief guest of the day, Colonel Ajay Kotiar, who is Shaurya Chakra, Kirti Chakra and Vishish Seva Medal recipient, the chairman of Uttarakhand State Ex-Servicemen Welfare Advisory Committee. Thank you. Along with him, we have our guest of honor, Mr. Inderpal Singh Kohli, the president of Sima Jagan Manch and City Foundation. We have Mr. Chuldan Gelsangla, the principal of TCV Salagri School. Please give a hand. And Mr. Bombola, the headmaster and assistant headmaster, Mr. Kabanda from TCV Salagri School. And last but absolutely not the least, the staffs of TCV Salagri School and our young and little guests, the class 6 students of TCV Salagri School. A very warm welcome to you all. Thank you for joining us today and for supporting skill-based education and vocational excellence. To begin, let me share a brief background of today's event. The Inter-Trade Skill Presentation was first introduced in 2019 with the objective of providing a platform for trainees to showcase their skills and talent. Each trade is given 1 month for preparation, while only 3 to 4 trainees may take the stage during the presentation. Full participation from all members of the trade is mandatory. Every trainee is expected to contribute, whether through presenting, performing in a group dance, or supporting backstage operations. This year, preparations began on March 17 and the event was originally scheduled for March 19. However, due to a forecast of heavy rainfall, it was rescheduled this evening. Based on our experience and consistent feedback from alumni, we have found that this event offers a valuable experiential learning opportunity. It not only deepens the trainees' understanding, but also strengthens the connection between theoretical knowledge and practical application. For this reason, the Institute regards the Inter-Trade Skill Presentation as a highly significant event as it allows us to witness the practical demonstration of the skills our trainees have acquired throughout their training. It's a proud moment for all of us, the trainers, students and staff alike, to see how far they have come. Today's presentation will give us an insightful glimpse into the vast world of trade and industry. Once again, a heartfelt welcome to all. Let's begin the program and celebrate skill, dedication, and the spirit of craftsmanship.
Respected guests, staff, and all my fellow mates, I would like to wish you a very warm good evening. Here, I am here from the cricket training, along with my mates, Mr. Tani and Mr. Kelsang. We would like to present 5-star category standard table layout and also basic mocktail with napkin fold. So here Mr. Kelsangla is preparing the table layout. So basically the main of table layout is to cover the table and decorate it and give an immense look on the table. I'm sorry. Hello. I'm sorry for the disturbance. So here the standard fall of the table should be 9 inches from the edge of the table. Now we would like to fill in the center appointments on the table, like which are as follows: ashtray, butt base, cruet set, table number tag, reservation tag, candle stand, metal card holder. So in India we don't use ashtray as it is illegal to smoke in the public area. So we are removing the ashtray. Now we move on to the cover setup. So the cover setup means to lay the cutlery and crockery for a particular guest on the table. So a particular space which is allotted to a guest on the table, it is known as cover. So here we are first placing the cover mat. The size of the cover mat is 10 into 15 inches. Now we move on to the cutlery part, which will be placed for a particular guest on the table. And also we would like to show you the hygienic handling alongside placing the cutlery. So here comes a large knife or the joint knife, which is placed on the right hand side of the guest, and it is always handled from the neck of it. And along with it, there is joint fork. Now comes the fish fork, fish knife along with fish fork. Here comes the AP spoon. AP spoon means all-purpose or multi-purpose, which is used for all-purpose and multi-purpose use. Along with AP fork or MP fork. Here comes the soup spoon. And along with this, here comes the salad fork. Now here is dessert fork and dessert spoon. All these cutleries are always handled from the neck of it. All the cutleries are divided into 3 parts, which are like for spoon it's bowl, neck and handle, and for knife it is blade, neck and handle, and same goes for fork, which is like prong, neck and handle. It is placed from the neck itself because the prong, bowl and blade, it comes in contact with the direct guest's mouth. Now we move on to crockery part. Here is the glass. It is also divided into 3 parts. The most important part is brim, then bowl and base. It's never handled from the brim. Here is the side plate. It is also known as B&D plate or squadron plate. The size of this plate is 6 inches in diameter. Here is the side knife or butter slider knife. The size of this knife is 6 inches. Now we move on to the dining plate or full plate. It is placed at the center of the table, and the size of this plate is 10 inches in diameter, and it is always handled from the outer edge of the brick because it's, we cannot handle it from the inner part because we serve food in it for the particular guest or customer. Now we would like to show you the napkin folds. So we will be showing you 3 types of napkin fold. We will be preparing each napkin fold along. So I will be doing bishop cap, Tanya is doing lotus fold, and Kiazangla is doing witch cap. So here we are done with the napkin folds. Now we would like to move on to the beverage part. We will be preparing the mocktails for this hot summer weather. It is very easy to prepare at home and it is refreshing and easily preparable at home, which doesn't require much equipment or anything which is so expensive. It's like cheap and can be prepared at home easily. So we'll be moving on to that part. So the three beverages are, it's non-alcoholic beverages. All three are mocktails. I'll be preparing virgin mojito, and then Tani will be preparing watermelon mojito, and Kilsana will be preparing orange mojito. So we'll start with our beverage part. So we will be using lemon wedges, fresh mint leaves, ice, castor sugar, salt, and then for orange mojito we will be needing orange pulp, and then watermelon dice, and for garnishing we are using for watermelon we are using watermelon, and then mosambi, and then also rind of orange for the orange mojito. So here we start with the mojito. So I am using sugar syrup. Now I'll be muddling it. So Tanila is muddling it for to enhance the flavor of the drink. So all the juices flavor is out. So we muddle it until it is enhanced with the flavor. Now we are using crushed ice. So we'll be stirring it just to mix up everything what we have used. Now the last part is garnishing. So we will be doing garnishing according to the flavor. Here are all three beverages are ready, and then here comes everything. Now we are done with our presentation, so I would like to thank you for giving you a special time, and thank you so much.
Very good evening to each and everyone present here. Respected directors and honorable guests. Honorable chief guests, parent teachers, our young guests of TCV, Selangor, and my fellow mates. I am Uma Chand, and today I will be host for the evening. And so before I start our presentation, today our beauty student will be presenting 20 editing skill mainly focused on hair and nails, which we have done till now. And I'm sure you guys are excited and learn something new today. So before I start our presentation, I would like to give a brief introduction on beautician. So beautician are highly skilled services-oriented individuals who provide well-rounded cosmetic services to enhance customer service, customer appearance, and boost their confidence. Their work includes such as skincare, hair care, nail treatment, and beauty makeup application. And beauty marketing offers services such as facial, pedicure, manicure, waxing, and other beauty treatments. And they may work in salons, spa, or independently, and they also stay updated with beauty trends and techniques to satisfy their client needs. So, proper training, certification, and knowledge of hygiene are important for a successful career in this field. So now, without wasting your time, I would like to call Ms. Manvadala on stage to give a brief explanation on what our major explain performance.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Snowmaker, representing you today. Today, I'm here to explain all the skills executed on amazing stage, which we are expertly performing right now. So let's start. This is curly hairstyle designed by Vasantoni Gujarat on our model is Kitibimala. Curly hairstyle is done by using irony. It adds volume and dimension to the hair. People will usually cut their hair occasionally, not every day, and also it's a long-lasting style that stays until the hair is washed. So let's talk about. So let's ask what they have to say. Hello, Mr. Villa. So do you have anything to ask for your role?
Hello everyone, this is, as you can see that this is curly hair. In curly hair there are so many hairs. I stand now in use pilot and tight curl. So how do you like it, man?
Oh my god, this is amazing. It's looking so bouncy and volume, and I love how it holds its shape, and this is exactly what I want, and it looks so natural. Thank you, Dr. Black. Guys, let me show you my hair. hairstyle, and it mostly comes to weddings. It gives me a kind of decorated with flowers and accessories, which is their beauty and family culture. So these hairstyles suit all the face shapes and hold well for long hours without getting messy. So how do you feel today, Miss Yanga?
Right now, I'm feeling very pretty. She did such an amazing job. It's so classy and pretty. So, thank you so much, Sanjay, for doing my hair.
So Sanjay, please share us how you create haircut.
नमस्ते गुड इवनिंग। आज मैं आप लोगों को इंडियन ब्राइडल हेयर स्टाइल के बारे में बताना चाहती हूँ। तो सबसे पहले इसमें जो ब्राइडल हेयर स्टाइल में सामान क्या यूज होता है मैं आपको दिखाना चाहती हूँ। तो सबसे ये है क्रिम्पिंग, और ये है ट्रंक्स, और सेक्शन क्लिप, और टेलकॉम, और ये है यूपिन यू जैसा होता है। तो ये है बोपिन ये ऐसे होता है। तो ये है डोनट बन, राउंड जैसे होता है। तो और लास्ट में है ये है बनाना बन, तो पफ बनाया जाता है। तो सारा होने के बाद जो फिनिशिंग देने के लिए वो है हेयर स्प्रे यूज होता है लास्ट में। तो आइए सबसे पहले बनाना बन से पफ बनाया जाता है। तो दूसरा डोनट बन से ब्राइडल हेयर स्टाइल बनाया जाता है ऐसा। तो लास्ट इंडियन ब्राइडल हेयर स्टाइल में कंप्लीट होने के बाद लास्ट में जो है वो है हेयर स्प्रे यूज किया जाता है। क्योंकि इसमें 2 घंटे तक ज़्यादा दिन 2 घंटे तक रहता है। तो मेरा आज मेरा इंडियन ब्राइडल हेयर स्टाइल आपको कैसा लगा?
बहुत अच्छा लगा।
तो चैनल थोड़ा सा ऑडियंस को थोड़ा सा वो करेंगे।
Congratulations. Let's move to the third one. So, third, we have the haircut. Haircut is important for our personal grooming that helps to maintain a fresh and clean look. So, another different style, one of the popular is the haircut. As you already see now, a stunning look style by This haircut is known as haircut. It mostly prefers a kind of hair as it adds volume and movement. It gives a soft and stylish, so simple to button movement. So here our first case haircut technique for unisex including various types of haircut, and also it helps enhancing the face, shape, and overall appearance. So let's see what Masayama has to say.
Good evening everyone. As you all know that this haircut is called haircut. It is a unisex haircut for both male and female. As you can see, I have put it on Miss Yamchanda. Yamchanda is inside of and show you the way.
Thank you, Masayama. Angela, are you satisfied with this haircut?
Yeah, thank you.
So this haircut is probably and those layers and so volume, so feels gorgeous. Up next, we have shot stylish short for a boy. Totally done by Masamahula along with Masarula. This one is all about precision, simplicity, and emotions, and the kind of cut that never goes out of sight. So let's see what Masarula has.
Good morning. Sorry. Good evening, everyone. So this haircut is called bus haircut, and this it is also known as a referred haircut. As you can see, the sides of this haircut is very short from the sides, and a little bit kept on the crown part area. And buzz cut became very increasingly popular where strict grooming conventions are applied, and it is often linked to new increase in the arm process and building the cars with units, and it is also used for science activities. Thank you. And Arun, would you like to tell something about your company?
सभी को नमस्ते। आजकल गर्मी है कि नहीं है? इस हेयर कट का नाम है ब्रश कट, जो गर्मी में मतलब कि पसीना नहीं आएगा इस हेयर कट में, लेकिन ये ग्रूमिंग सही देता है लुक, और गर्मी टाइम में भी अच्छा लगता है हेयर कट। और जिसको हेयर कट करना है हमारा ब्यू ट्रेड में प्रैक्टिकल में आ जाना।
So lastly, we discussed learning and extension for the young condition for the class. Nail extension are artificial enhancement added to mature nails to increase their length and improve their appearance. So these nails are popular for creating stylish and durable and well-shaped nails, and it's a perfect for special occasional and everyday wear. So Mr. Mola, do you have anything to share about their opportunity?
Yes, hello. So the nail art that I've done is called Pro Nail Art. It is very popular right now, and most of the people are doing it. As you can see, I have done both the gold and the silver one. Acrylic nail lasts up to 3-4 weeks, so it's very durable and it lets the client get creative with the nail art idea. The process of acrylic nail is very simple. First, we color prep the nails by cutting them down and applying dehydrated red primer. After that, we can stick on the nail tips according to the client's nail size. And when it's done, you can shape the nails according to the client's size. And after that, you can apply acrylic powder which is normal in the nails. And after that, you can finally do the nail art with a gel polish, then cure it, then a beauty brand. When it's done, apply a top coat to make the nails look shiny. And in the end, apply chemical oil. And it's done. So how do you like your nails this time?
Wow, I like it. Thank you for the interview.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Mola. Also, your name was so stunning. So thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nomarila. So here, as we bring our presentation to a close, I would like to take a moment to thank everyone for contributing to this presentation and succeed, and for our presenters, and also thank for our audience for your wisdom throughout, and a special thank you for all the volunteers for arranging mics and creative equipment, and lastly, a special thank you for our teacher meditation lab, and thank you. And now we will end our presentation with a live walk. Thank you.
Sunam today, and with me, Pimba Gyabo Sherpa and Thupten Chamba, a Wyman student here. Today, as a student of Wyman Trades, we are truly proud to showcase our true very interesting project. Thus, as of today's world of rapid technology advancement, I think innovation is the key for making our life much easier and much more convenient. So one of our projects will define how truly would it be convenient for us if we utilize its capability to the utmost. So without further ado, I would like to present our first project, which is clap switch system. So as you can see, our clap switch system is centered around a mini playground. There is a football ground. We have built it and decorated with a strip lights. You can see all of these are strip lights. And also we have built it a house which stores the main component of the clap switch system and street lamps, electrical poles, and all of that. So in our project, we are utilizing two types of supply. One is AC supply, which we usually use in our houses, and other is DC supply, which is needed for electronic items. So as we are taking AC supply from this switch, just then the AC supply is transmitted through this electrical poles toward the transformer, and then it steps down from 240 volt to 12 volt AC supply. Then there is a rectifier here. We have built it with 4 diodes. So its work is to do converting AC to DC supply, because it is needed for all those strip lights, because it can't handle the AC supply oscillation. So those we have needed DC supply to prevent it from damaging. And also, as you can see, Pamela will demonstrate the strip lights. So as you can see, it's illuminate the project overall. So it's a treat for our eyes. So also we have built a mini fan which replicate the ceiling fan of our real walls. So thus it also use the DC supply. Can you please? Okay, show me. Ceiling fan. And for the main component of the clap switch system, we don't have to hassle around making it into DC supply, because it's born perfectly in AC supply or house supply. And also, while we are talking about the clap switch system, I'm sure we all know nowadays smart house assistants like Alexa or all of them. So you know its potential and versatility to our command. It can work clear and accurate toward our commands. So as you can see, the working principle behind all of those and our project are similar. So you can able to grasp that its importance and the ability to solve any kind of situation. So thus now I'm gonna explain how does the clap switch system work. As you can see, the clap switch system is stored in the house. There's one big board which is called printed circuit board, which does the work of holding all the components on it. And there is one microphone. As you know, microphone does the taking of our sound wave and converting into electrical signal. And then there is a transistor, a 3-pin transistor. Its work is to do amplifying those sound wave. And after that there is one capacitor. For our case, we are utilizing 47 megafarad capacitor. Is to use to filtering out the background noises from the clap and validating if it's really a clap or not. And after that, if it is a clap, then the transistor once again does the work of changing its state, and when it changes it, the relay also changes it. The relay is the one, you can see the big box is the power relay. It does the work of changing. When it changes, then it gives supply to the component, and thus we can get the introduction of this lighting by clients. So those, can you please show? So, as you can see, it's more perfectly right. But I'm sure you have also noticed that its time limit is around like 5 seconds and but 5 seconds, right? So we can modify it to our need by modifying all the components. Thus, we can make it for our needs. So with that, I'm sure our project holds a very big potential toward all practical, all those activities. I'm sure our project holds a practical solution toward all those households. So thus, I'm sure by adopting it, we can able to save energy, save time, and also really in the smart life. So with that, our first project ends here, and then the second project will be presented by my name, Tutin Shambhala.
Good evening all. I am Tutin Shambhala. Now I will present our second project, which we name as electrical controlling system. So firstly, I will tell you the main concept of making this project. So from this whole section are about the three-phase system which normally used in industrial areas, and this section is about the single-phase system which we use in our household. And now I will name all the equipments and accessories that we use here. So this is MCCB, mounted case circuit breaker. So, and this is bus per jumper. This is three-phase indicator. These all are KitKat fuse. This is 4-pole MCB, and this dual starter, direct online starter, double pole MCB, voltmeter, frequency meter, ampere meter, and this is energy meter, starter, and digital watt meter, AC series motor. So now I will tell you how the three-phase system works and runs. So firstly, from the main supply substation, main supply comes to the MCCB, which is the main controller of this circuit. So from the when we turn on the MCCB, this goes direct supply to the bus per chamber. From the bus per chamber, is divide the supply through the KitKat fuse as per we require. In this system, in this three-phase system, from these three KitKat fuse is directly go to this 4-pole MCB. When we turn on the 4-pole MCB, the three-phase indicator light will indicate whether there is a presence of three-phase or not. If the all the three-phase are present, then you can run your three-phase motor through the starter. So in case of the starter, below the 5 HP motor, you can use dual starter as we shown here. So above 5 HP, you can use Star Ultra starter. So that's all about the three-phase system which normally used in industrial area. Now I will turn into the single-phase system which we normally use in householding, where schools and etc. So in case of this single-phase system, we have taken one red phase and one neutral from the bus per chamber directly to the double pole MCB. So when we turn on the double pole MCB, it will indicate the voltage of the single phase, which is around 240, and it will indicate also frequency. You can see the changes in frequency meter. It will change by converting waves. So after that, the supply will go to the energy meter. The work of the energy meter is to indicate the total electrical unit consumed by the load. And in energy meter, there is 4 indicators. First one is pH, which indicate the presence of phase connection, and after that there is E indicator, which indicate the leakage of earthing, and there is R indicator, which indicate the faulty connection and reverse current. So lastly there is a call sign. The call sign will blink faster if there is more load, and it will blink slow if there is low load. So after that, from the energy meter, this directly goes supplied to the ammeter to measure the total current consumed by the load, and after that the digital wattmeter will show the wattage of the load. And in case of the digital wattmeter, we have to take an auxiliary connection and another connection, so that the digital wattmeter will show number at its run. So after that, if I start the motor, it will show the wattage of the motor in the wattmeter, which is something like 120, and you will also see the 15 cycle here by taking notes. And also when I start the motor, you can see the changes in ampere meter. The arrow will go a little bit up. Because the motor we have used here is small heater. That's all. Thank you.
So lastly, throughout the journey of making these two projects, we all the Vibrant students have given our best. In return, we have learned a lot of unfathomable knowledge, and so we would like to thank the institute for giving us this opportunity, and also thank our teacher for their guidance, and thank you all for today. And I hope it is beneficial for you all in the future. And thank you all.